Hi, how's it going? So I just had kind of an epiphany. This is kind of weird because I've never done this before, but um, golf, right? Some people play golf, other people don't. It's kind of a hot topic now. I play golf, all right? Um, I was actually just playing this guy right here, and over the past 2 days, I would say, I've been starting to understand certain things about my body whenever it comes to the game. It hasn't been easy. It's been quite a while in coming, but I think maybe I just got to a point to where things are starting to get interesting at least. Okay, so first and foremost, it's called first person golf instruction. Okay, I don't know how we've gone this long without somebody coming up with this, but I don't know, maybe I'm just the guy, or maybe it's out there somewhere, it's just not popular yet, but either I'm jumping on the bandwagon or I'm like the first guy, which please, that'd be, yeah. The whole idea behind it is like, I think the reason why a lot of golfers like, first of all, the number one thing I think for most amateur golfers, like non-experienced golfers, is that they come over the top, right? We've all heard like, sort of coming over the top like that. It's not really good for having consistent shots. Like you can get a shot off, but for the most part, like unless you're trying to play a fade, it's not really going to work. And so what ends up happening is that they don't understand where the golf swing starts at. And like anything, like if you box or anything like that, you know that like it all starts with your legs. Like everybody's taught whenever you throw across, right, that back foot has the pivot, okay? Now, not necessarily the same here, but what I'm finally starting to understand is that if I don't start the golf swing from my feet pretty much, then I'm not able to get shallow. I'm not able to put power behind my swing, and I'm not able to have a consistent shot, right? Like I've played with the flipping and everything like that, the chicken wing. I've played over the top, all that stuff, and I think it's kind of like led me to this point here. And so what I've learned, so first person golf, right? Like I gotta put my money where my mouth is now. But let's take a look at our hips, right? So if I'm standing here and I'm getting ready to like line up to a golf shot, let's just pretend that there's a golf club. I can't do it with both hands with the camera. But let's say I go to the top of my backswing, right? Looks something like this. For those of us who have come over the top for so much of our lives, we've had this feeling right here where in order for us to get the club down, we start it from like our mid-arm shoulder area. And then to get more power, we have to swing our hips around like that. Right? And then an indicator of what I think kind of like looks like a poor swing that uses that mechanic is the ankle will kind of like break like that, right? Like if you feel this, I'm kind of thinking like you're doing things wrong. I've hit good shots where my ankle went like that, but like I think it was just more like a, luck of the draw type thing. All right. So that's the fault. What I'm understanding is the solution now. Yeah, coming from a sort of a physics, engineering perspective or whatever, is that in order for me to get the club shallow, in order for me to have a proper consistent swing, my hips cannot turn like this. They have to so let's say I go back to the top of my top swing. First and foremost, this leg can't go in that much. It has to kind of stay right about there, right? And then what needs to happen is that it needs to almost open up. I need to kind of like have a sitting feel, almost like I'm doing like a little mid squat, and then an explosion forward like that. Right, to the point to where my foot can only go about that far on the turn, okay? So what does that feel like? Okay, this is the hardest part because whenever we go on our takeaway, like we just really want to like get from there to the ball as quick as possible. But in reality, it all has to start from the ground. It can't start from anywhere above this, right? It's all down here, on your feet, okay? So you go back, top of your backswing, all right? There's going to be almost like a falling feeling that occurs. And that falling feeling is your body getting ahead of the club, right? The club should stay behind you if you want a consistent shot with tons of lag, blah, blah, blah. We all know the buzzwords, all right? Once that falling feeling happens, it's literally a squat. It's that squat feeling right there. It's that. You're going from here, right? Turned, and then into a squat position facing forward. Like your body looks like this. There's a video of Brooks Koepka by a YouTuber named Golf Smart Academy. And if you haven't been to his channel, definitely go there if you need like breakdowns and analysis of just sort of like people's swings and the different types of swings. Does a great job of like showing a lot of different parts. But the one thing that really kind of got me was, got my driver here. The one thing that got me is like, it's even in the thumbnail, like right there on the picture, is that he is in that position, right? Sort of like that hip squared position. And his club has so much lag. It's like literally like that. Like I can't even do it standing still. It's so there's so little distance in between him and his body, but like the club head is just way back there. One of the things that tells me is that in order for you to get like the club in the right position, you have to be very, very just quiet up here, right? Like everything needs to be in place, everything needs to be set. But for that first part of the golf swing motion, almost like from here all the way until like there, it's almost like this is not involved at all. It all starts from the legs, right? If you use this to start, it's that first motion just cast. It's just cast, okay? And you lose all kinds of like work, I guess you could say, that could be delivered into the club, right? And so the thing that I'm gathering from this the most is number one, like first person golf, right? First person golf, okay? The thing that I'm gathering from this the most is there can be no rounding with the hips. The only thing that you're going to be able to do to shallow the club, okay, in order to get underneath the ball, in order to deliver that club on the right path, is if your hips do the right thing, which is all the way back to here. Remember I said knee going forward, and then you sit, and then you don't come out of the rotation like in a circle, you come out of the rotation in a translatory motion that finishes as a circle, okay? So if you visualize, your hips like this, my hips aren't turning like that. They're going in and then they're turning, okay? So it's an in and turn. But in order to get to the in part, you have to go from here and then you have to sit forward, right? Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. It's literally sit right there and then turn, okay? So anyways, yeah, that's just how I understand it. Love some engagement. If you guys think I'm right, if you guys think I'm wrong, if this helped, if this didn't help, or what I can do to get better. If you're seeing something I'm kind of missing, like I really do appreciate that. I talk with the guys on the Reddit page, our golf swing, like all the time. I get excited and I get very passionate about the sport. Like I've loved sport. David Duval back in the day, Tiger Woods, all those guys. Everybody knows 90s golf. John Daly the first time he showed up. Like I remember all that from being like a very small kid. And so yeah, this is what the sport means to me, and I hope that you guys like it. This is one of my biggest pet peeves on YouTube, okay? And I'm gonna put this like somewhere in the middle of the video. I'm just gonna like pepper it in there, but I'm gonna show you like a dry swing. I might even go out to the range and hit a couple of balls and just sort of like put it in there. But yeah, this video is gonna have some golf swings in it, okay? Because, dude, okay, no hate out there to any of the other golf YouTubers or anything like that, but I'm just always waiting for the swing. I'm always just like, just show me, And I don't want to be that way, so I want to be quick, to the point. Don't want to waste anybody's time. I want you guys to enjoy the videos, and then hopefully this goes somewhere. I mean, you never know. I might go somewhere with it if I work hard. Who knows? Golf Smart Academy, if you could, sort of give me a shout out and tell me if I'm right or if I'm wrong, that'd be cool. Love the engagement. But other than that, yeah, thanks for viewing. If you guys did view, I really appreciate it. And I hope you'll have a wonderful day. I hope if you're in Texas, you're not too cold right now. It's February 1st, 2023. Weather kind of hit us hard, but it is what it is. We'll find our way out to the course eventually. All right. Take it easy, guys. Bye.